27 years ago, we became parents for the first time. Our daughter was born. I just saw her last week, but my husband had taken the day off and we had planned to spend some time together, just alone with her to get to spend that quality time together. It was a wonderful day. We were home mid-afternoon and I had dinner and everything planned. I had the ravioli soup left over, so it heated up really great. I just added a little bit of water, so I planned to have a little bit. And then our daughter shared some goodies. She had a couple of activities and a birthday party on the weekend, so she sent some homemade goodies with us, some homemade Pop-Tarts with the jam that I made in the summer, and then one of her friends had made some pumpkin cookies, and they were really good. I thought they were going to be dry, but they were so delicious. And it's also Linus's birthday today. He is 9. So the boys are going to have prime rib with their kibble, and they are very, very excited. And this is why all of the toys end up in the kitchen, because when Linus gets excited, he runs away and he brings everything back and then just kind of drops them. So I was asking Linus if Lamb Chop wanted to have some dinner too. So it's just like, it's so lively and active and they're so excited. And then everything settled down and they just ate. It was just quiet, they were eating, and then it was present time. You have to have presents, and Linus knows it. Now, Linus is a little bit more gentle than what the Beagles were. Charlie was the same way, just like Hunter. So I put it on the side, and Hunter knew exactly what to do. He almost got in the bag, and Hunter doesn't care about the toys. He wants the treats. So poor Linus, it's his birthday, but Hunter's taking over, and it's really nice to see him interested in it. I was trying to do my best to capture this, so you had something to see for a birthday celebration, but we dumped everything out. Off Linus went. He loves these toys. They're very durable. They don't rip, but the squeaker will go silent. So Steve got all the packaging cut off, and then Hunter's like, is there anything for me? Now, he's not interested in the toys. Charlie was the same way. He was all about edibles and food. Linus, he likes both of them. So once we got everything settled down, we got the little treats all wrangled up because Hunter was trying to rip them open. So a little variety of cookie pals, and thankfully Linus shares with his big brother. It is the next day, and we celebrated the 2 birthdays yesterday, spending time with our daughter and then getting to spoil Linus. And you can't help but reflect, the day your children are born, but for our daughter, it was becoming parents for the first time. I had the What to Expect When Expecting book, and then we did the parenting and birthing classes and all of that, but nothing ever prepares you for what's going to happen and how your life is going to change. So my due date came, and we didn't know if it was a boy or a girl. And then a few more days passed, and then, it got to the point where the doctor's like, I think we're going to have to induce. So 10 days after my due date, we went to the hospital, and when she decided to come, she came very quickly. I didn't have an epidural, any pain medicine or anything, and a couple of pushes. She was out with a full head of hair and a big scream. She was happy, healthy. We were just so overjoyed. And then bringing her home for the first time, that is just such an amazing experience, to bring this little person home and start the parenting journey. And here we are all of these years later, watching her grow up to be an amazing woman and just finding her path and journey in life. It's very rewarding, and just so proud of her. And then getting to spoil Linus, and then just, he's 9. I can't get over how old he is. Well, he's still just a baby. I think that's the best way to explain a Shih Tzu. It's like a puppy and an old man all in the same way. Like, that describes Linus. And then it was the 7th game last night between the Mariners and the Blue Jays, and it was a wonderful series. I really didn't think that the Blue Jays were going to win, but they pulled it out. And my friend Joey, I know you and your family cheer for the Mariners. It was a heartbreaker for you guys, but your team played great. It was something to be so proud of. But I didn't even realize that the Mariners and the Blue Jays came into the league the same year, like the same expansion year. And the Blue Jays have been to the World, they won the World Series twice, and the Mariners haven't been to the World Series. So I know how heartbreaking that is for the players and the fans. Like, you get so, emotional, you're rooting for them, and it's heartbreaking. It was a great series, but it'll take time, they'll see the good things they did, what they could have improved on, and then you start playing again next year, especially like watching hockey, like seeing grown men crying, when they don't get that. There was a lot of emotions last night, and as a country, everybody was so excited. And many years ago, there used to be two Major League Baseball teams in Canada, the Montreal Expos, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr., like the big star for Toronto, his dad played for the Expos. So there's him in the little Expos uniform, like in 2002, and here he is in 2025. But I went to a game to see the Expos with my parents, and then my dad cheered for Gary Carter. He was the catcher, and then he was traded to the Mets. So I really knew a lot of the Mets players and everything. And then the Expos eventually became the Washington Nationals, and then the Toronto Blue Jays. So my husband really got into it this year, so it's been actually nice. I'd pay attention, but this is a really great team this year. Like, everybody hits, like the pitchers is kind of hit or miss and everything, but it's a full team effort, and obviously as Canadians, we're very proud of them, and I really hope it's a good series between the Dodgers. I know that they are a very tough team. So woke up to great news and everything this morning, and also woke up this morning to my birthday. So my daughter was born the day before, and then it was my birthday. I have mixed emotions about birthdays. I don't love them, but I know, it's still a special day, and I spent the morning with my mom, and I'm very thankful for a lot of things that she's shared with me over the years, and to be able to treasure those memories and my birth story and everything else that happened. So I thought about that a lot today, but we don't bring up those days and everything like that because there's not a lot of recall, and that's just part of the whole journey, and having people to help you and how to deal with all of that stuff. So if you've been through it, you understand. But spent the morning with my mom, got my Starbucks drink, my daughter's called, a couple of things to enjoy and everything today, but I wanted to come on and check in with all of you. So if you have some stories from when you were born or when one of your kids were born, I would love to hear it if you're comfortable sharing it down below. So anyways, yeah, birthday, gonna enjoy it, have that special day, and then we'll be back to regular Vlogtober tomorrow. I know you're all going to wish me happy birthday, so thank you in advance. I greatly appreciate it, but I'm looking forward to waking up tomorrow, fresh start, new day. As a 51-year-old, I still can't believe it. 25 and 40 were the two hardest birthdays, but 51, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good year, so thanks everybody, and see you all tomorrow. I just want to let you all know I was not looking forward to my birthday, but it really was a wonderful day. I'm very blessed, very thankful, and also glad it is all over for another year.